regional structural fund and regional structure ni nga xamantene ñoo fi nekk ñu leen di gërëm di leen sant di KMC Faran Sonko Toyala regional chairman Faran Sonko KMC Famara Jabi Toyala Yuara ñoo ci Yuara chairman ni mo do to be lo me kale amé no da be so be la wala ko dale men non di pour yakati faye modu be so ko wala kada kadi fe ne yaakar na ne ñu ñu xamantene ñoo lañu taana pour ñu sa leen carte ci chairman wa gambe yépp nangu nañ ne dëgg ñi ñoo jara sànni carte mel gagné tabama ni mel be man gagné ak ñi nga xamantene gagné nañ ak ñi nga xamantene duñu gagné wu ani mel man gagné na jere ma ci no da ñaan ak ñi nga xamantene gagné wu to xam nañ ne li la raw bari so way ko kontaan ay day ba lolu dañ nañ ci lolu di leen gërëm di leen sant ni mo wala nak component do xana bi jam mo ne gëna lolu am na ci beneen component mais am ko lom diaspora ñi nga xamantene ñoom ñooy suñu diaspora wana de yesu ko mo séri kan mone ni wato hore mo ko séri kan di tollo molti mele ala ko bi ni aja pati fu da daame di tollo mone ñoom ñoo nekk nit ñoo xamantene bo gisee parti bi aga fi tey yu melni sabab bi ñoo wel chapter bi jang mone chapter mu fi gas chapter bi jang gas chapter mu fi Seattle and Wisconsin, Madison, Maryland ni baby US chapter na US chapter dara bi ñu mo lim ni ñoom ñëpp lañu gis tey ñu ngi na dool fo jang wol wala na Dubai chapter mo ne am na ñoo xamantene ñoo jóge Dubai chapter so won ko ti ngam kay contact ba mu ne ko loolu nekk na bekte lool ci ñun ni mo waro fana dana kana loolu na observers so jamé am ko ko organisation loolu mu ne am nañ observer yoo xamantene dañoo jóge ci organisation na electoral watch commission di am nañ fi electoral watch commission independent electoral commission di independent electoral commission ñu fi na African leadership development for Africa leadership development hub ñu fi ñaaje def dara nga jàng bo gisee ñoom ñu activité na tamante solo le nga bo wala ni na ñoom dañu am bekté suñu doxale congress mu loi bi ala ko ko la loi la lon mu ne congress dafa bëgg ci loi yoo xamantene mooy loi yu so ñaaje parti loolu me ka ke no ñaaje tole ak wala alhamdulillah ñene kon ñeneen parti bo gisee bu ñu def seen bopp ñun ñu am chance bi def ko sant yàlla lool ni mo do docteur Bakar Ñambi Touré ko contrôle na mais jefe nena gëna loolu ñu docteur Bakar Ñambi Touré nga xamantene moo jóge jefe ani Ijatu Diallo ni mo do fa ni ko la fo ko li ke mo na assembly member ni sa honorable Souleymane Jammeh mo ne ni wat honorable Souleymane Jammeh mu ngi fi na da ni Doudou Dia nga xamantene mu ngi ànd ak Doudou Dia ni Abdou Badja ak Abdou Badja ñoom tamit ñoo ngi fi représente FPRC mu ne moom lu ma wax ci nit ñi mooy benn xalaat lañu am mu ne li ñu wute rek mooy naka lañu mën a àggale suñu xalaat bu rafet comme ci réew mu ne képp ku registré politique parti ci réew mu ne moom yaakaar mooy ne kii jëm kanam la bëgg waay moom yaakaar ne xam nga seen d'accord mu ñu mën a àggal ci loolu mu ne keneen tamit wóolu na ne keneen mën na ko yóbbu mu ne loolu moo ñu wute ak suñ gis-gis dana gën a loolu mu ne kenn du nekk ci réew mi fii mu ne nga bëgg réew mi dellu ci gannaaw dana gën a loolu ina ko moom projet di ma ne ko ato pour na tout akala be ko ko la be ka ko la fa nena de ne wat Marie-Rose Badiane ñu ko gërëm di ko sant moom tamit dafa ñëw représente PPP mu ne UDP ak PPP boobu tare de mu ne dëgg la ñoom doomi NCP la waaye benn la boo gisee tey UDP taw PPP NCP GPP ñoo ko sant kon tey su ñu amee PPP ñëw attendre suñu congrès waay dëgg la kon moom tamit dafa ñëw représente NCP lu waral ci ndaje bi mooy kooku mi nga xamante ne su wootee ñëpp bàyyi seen soxla moom mi nga xamante ne Gambia bi moo Dakar naasee moo fukkee ko di taxaw moom moo ci sànc mu ne moom moo tax it ñëpp a fi tey His Excellency, former Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, Party Leader, Secretary General, Alaji,
Sorry, wrong. Honorable. Silent. Don't want to give it to my people. You don't know. Mama clip my
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, for those expressions of kindness about me, about your being born and being a representative of NCP, as others who are here also might be representative of the PPP. That is a fantastic recollection of history. Distinguished members of the Central Committee, distinguished delegates, my colleagues, my comrades, my partners, representatives for the political party, who we partner in building a Gambia that you all want. The Independent Electoral Commission representative, Election Watch representative, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed, Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all. I welcome you all to our nation's capital and the home of my daughter, our Honorable Mayor, the Banjul, who has demonstrated tremendous leadership during her tenure as the first elected female mayor and first UDP Mayor of the capital city. We are proud of her and celebrate her achievements both at home and beyond the shores of this country. She has earned the respect and admiration of her colleagues outside of the Gambia and has raised the profile of our country. I thank all those who have worked hard to organize this gathering in fulfillment of one of our legal obligations as a registered political party. I would also like to extend warm salutations to all our compatriots across the country and in diaspora who though not physically present with us here in this hall, are nonetheless with us in spirit, as well as watching or listening to our deliberations. Our bonds, which are anchored on our shared values, continue to grow over time. I admire your patriotism and your firm belief in both the challenges and the opportunities inherent in democratic politics. UDP is fortunate to be blessed with the most committed and dynamic support base any political party can wish to have. I am grateful to all and proud of you. In good and bad times, UDP members and supporters have never wavered, never been covered by fear, and never deviated from the principle that Gambia and its diverse people are worth the efforts and sacrifice to live in a free, democratic, forward-looking nation. And having just concluded one of our most successful nationwide tours in our history, I'm happy to report that Gambians are increasingly identifying with our values, our message, and our commitment to the greater good. At every step, citizens across the entire spectrum of our society, spanning all ages, categories, male and female, have listened attentively to our message of hope, opportunity, and concrete plans designed to make our citizens' lives better. However, I must also report that at every stop during our tour, we were flooded with concerns and extraordinary difficulties, challenges Gambians face every day. Since our inception in 1996, we have toured the entire country countless times, but I have never encountered the level of worry and concern in people as I have witnessed on this tour. Parents, students, farmers, men and women of farmers, women all express their sense of hopelessness, and we see little or no prospect for themselves in their own country. They are angry, frustrated, and deeply resentful of a government they have rightly concluded has abandoned them and their priorities. They lament how the limited resources the government mobilizes by taxing them, borrowing and begging in their names, have been wasted and pilfered, leaving them on the lodge. The poorest of our citizens have been abandoned to a cruel fate by the Barrow administration that prioritizes the purchase of expensive and luxury vehicles, travel and other perks for itself over the basic needs of the citizens. An administration that is not deep in corruption and leaves very little resources for the farmers, who are left to scrounge on their own. Drugs and overall criminal activity are threatening to overwhelm our once peaceful society. because the Barrow administration is not paying sufficient attention to these grave national security concerns. All these are emblematic of a leadership that has lost its sense of response, its sense of purpose and duty to its people. While the people we encountered during the tour expressed real concerns, I was both humbled and inspired in the hope and trust they have in our party and the progressive and hopeful agenda we represent. In our proposed programs, we see a genuine commitment to their priorities, and in our fine roster of capable, honest, and devoted individuals ready to serve them on day one. And my message at every encounter was to tell them UDP understand their pain, their fears, and their urgent needs. And with their support, we can all join hands and build a Gambia we can all be proud of. That is a Gambia where despondency gives way to hope, where leaders put the urgent needs of the people they serve above their own personal pursuits, and a place where young people have faith and confidence that they can achieve their full potential in their own country. We ask every Gambian to take comprehensive stock of where the country is, and more importantly, where it is headed. I have no doubt the overwhelming majority will conclude, based on their own personal experience, that the country is moving in the wrong direction. A country heading in the wrong direction must effect a course correction, and this is the journey we ask all Gambians who believe we can and should do better than what Adama Barrow and his administration has done to this country to join us and effect positive change in the coming elections. The next election is fast approaching, and the choice is a clear and stark one. It is a referendum on Adama Barrow and his awful record of failure and neglect. To conclude, ladies and gentlemen, I want to once again thank all of our members and supporters for their commitment to the values of the party. I am very pleased with the energy, enthusiasm, and the focus being exhibited in every level of the party. Our grassroots mobilization is robust and yielding every good result. The various outreach approaches to non-UDP members, especially in the rural areas, is proceeding efficiently and bearing tangible results. I would urge that every effort be expanded and sustained throughout the coming seasons. Taking our message of hope and development directly to the people in their own homes is the surest way to touch the minds of people, to win the hearts and minds of people and cultivate trust. I would also like to extend our profound gratitude to our very important diaspora branch through the chairmanship of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. They are a crucial component of the UDP and will continue to come on their good counsel, resource and grassroots mobilization, as well as influence they have in the communities they come from. Once again, I'm appealing to every member of supporter of this great party to jealously guard our unity and avoid at all costs anything that has the potential to fray our unity. Our opponents, who come in many ways, will try to sow seeds of discord among our ranks at every opportunity. Do not play into their hands, no matter how they try. Make them fail at all costs. Also, don't pay attention to anyone purporting to be in opposition who believe that UDP is their punching bag. All they want is your attention, or at the minimum to distract you. Make them fail too. by just ignoring them. Do not criticize or cast aspersion on any opposition political, any member of the opposition political party. They are not the focus of our efforts. We consider them colleagues, trying to offer our operating mantra is unity among our ranks, focus on our objectives, and commitment to our values. With that in mind, I am confident we can persuade a majority of our citizens to give us an opportunity to serve them. I am particularly gratified to see my colleagues of all other political parties here present with us. This shows how truly Gambian we are, that we all have a common agenda, an agenda that is to build a greater Gambia, a better Gambia, a Gambia that becomes the envy of the world. Small as we are, we want to excel. Other countries that today pride themselves as being big economies. This is why we must all get together. We must not be pointing ourselves. We must not be pigeonholing ourselves in the position that we do not belong. We must not paint ourselves black when we are in fact yellow. We must not do anything that will cause disease of discourse among our members. See, when I came in, I saw Dr. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. It gave me, the most pleasant moment to see him here. See Mr. Jah here also, whom I have been following in several discussions. I do not agree with him on most of the things. But of course, we all agree on one thing, that the Gambia must be rescued from an incompetent government. And particularly, I also see, Honorable Sulaiman Jammeh, my son, but he has no choice after that. He has no choice. But this shows our competency. This shows how much we value our relationship. That we should never allow our partisan politics to interfere with our personal relationship. And if we do so, this Gambia, we can all build it to the greatest nation that God wish of ourselves. I thank you all. I hope that although this is not an elective Congress, it is one of the most important congresses that the party must hold. It is the Congress, and with activities the person of the party will be given, and most importantly, the report on the finances of our party and how we manage the finances of our party. This is a party whose finances are not clarified by the party officials. This is a party whose finances are well protected by the officials of the party because they are meant for the running of the party. And before concluding, I want to thank most specifically the diaspora representatives for coming to this wonderful Kala, and Zainab and your colleagues. I know my heart for you. Thank you very much. We are really sure that under your fundraising chairmanship, you can make the United Democratic Party financially buoyant. And I want to task you the responsibility of ensuring that by 2026, before we officially launch our campaign, you have sufficient funds in our kitty. I'm sure you can do it, and you will do it. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Party Leader and Second Leader. Albulu. Nadia Panang, Party Leader speech. Share
Ibrahim, ita nem boji algo di bandi kan definitely ila kamera impati ni ko do so bara ma ni sira
amna dama wax ba pare rek sama ci yama ko suma bop bi waye blame ma kenn organiser sila blame parce que suñu jëlee ko Sénégal teg ko nii di jàkkaarloo ak ma su may wax nag foog ma jiwu Sénégal moom da ngay yoon rek bu ñu fi tegee nga ne xaaral ma ci position dañu fa wax ne suma chairman maa ko gërëm di ko sant ndaw neene amuloo morom di la wax ni jërëjëf yaa ngi sa jaboon amuloo morom jërëjëf ndaw borom bu ko maan ñuy buloo di xeex di juboo te mënuñoo bàyyi wante ndaw borom bu ko maan xanaa loolu neex na yaa ma kontaan waaw waaye maa ngi gërëm tam suma yaay compagnie chairman daf ko dugal foofu te bu ma war a wax ni yëpp si meeting bi parce que lii congrès la te ñëpp a fi teew soo dama war a xaar da nga xam ne meeting bi jot na ma doon ko tàgg bu baax a baax gërëm ko sant ko waaye chairman nag daf ko yaakaar ci man ma man final kon chairman wax na dëgg xam ne ñëpp a fi kon ñu ngeen gërëm tam suñu yaay compagnie di leen wax ne jërëjëf waaye li gën a important pour wane ne meeting bi du fi jaral meeting yi Banjul bi bu ngeen xewee si âge bi laa xewee wul fi jaral United Democratic Party ajatut fi jaral soo kon maa leen di wax ne suñu meeting bi si âge bi la ay 27 du fi jaral soo ñoomi ngay nga xam ne amuñ fan moo nekk ay 27 ñaan naa leen bala jaaral kay di dem wax leen na ñoom ñu won leen fan mooy ay 27 lu ko mooy di ngeen may jërëjëf
jamaɓe alamay dandal no wami indi ko ɓayde congrès kenowoto jam mitimoñin amantara kala fijaral mitimoñin mbakela ajoto janne aju 22 nameɗa ɓe ajotoɗonne ɓari ninata Banjul jande ɓe futata ɓurɗaɗaɗo ɓe otoɗonne oto mitimoɓe kala wolto ɓe sa kalamta o ñam ako mitimoɓe kala torannani wura rolati ɓe sa kalamta o ñama ajoto sa mitimo ɓe mina wolto na meores roy maldilowo après mum jatiti jam akawɗo tandi ɓe sa kalamta o ñama mitimo ɓe Banjul jande o kannata ɗaɗo fewol ɓe ɓe jande oto aliya kalamta o ñama
National President Fele Adunala Sai, National President Antiamu Nauyabo, Kalana Alinga Bulu Diara Luka. DJ. Jango Silla, phone kanyula o system para jugayo. Jango Silla.
Hello DJ please. Almis ko suñu ba ale fon saje. Na fewra may jam. Bi tam ko da jam. Yuri fide ay nabi. To bawo de no na di bayalu. Nano ne ko ko bekende ata abegu. Ko be ba ko so so ne ala abegu. Ina no mi me amako ko ko takandila. Begulo UDP nesa sural ke ma fodro won je ay pokale abaka ko mo la dia na ma abaka ko mo la ma be ma hakir ma de DJ go ahead Opening ceremony here, or not a to end or abandon it. Probably, you and the Caribbean sons. On the first part of the program, Bob Jana, Gilbert Apatovi Jana, they didn't get him at Children Arm.
Of their high level of take their leave, party leaders say, see off, inshallah, Allah Barakabaki. Ali Abulo di nek may nakasla.
Abodo nam kumane abodo nam mafeya. Sinyamfe isimuru bari na do mabe fe ko me do jama kunya wata fe asewo wata fe di wata fe ko kalkei honorable Suleiman Jammeh oto desa kemo boja ya fanya mengam ya fe bari pampore mu woto kalte do kalkei bake Nene party leader Libo Kanachi Watana Mone ñaari week wala 1 week ago Mone defna wor na rew mi yépp ay bi ñu aga ci note bank Mone chairman honorable Sen Sabali Chirona mo ci walu député ak ci walu chairman gis nañ ne parti leader very good welcome ñu am bara te am nañ ne meeting bi ñu am ci ñoom yi ak side visit bi nga xamante ne ñoom la ñu def te bari bu tamit gis nañ ko mu ne dale ko foofu ñu demaat ci siyaara mu ne siyaara bi ñu àgg ci Magat Kanté moom tamit ci turi chairman ak turi député yi dëgg gis nañ ni ñu bëri dañoo was kapet ñëw di teeru Alaaji Seen Daaba ak njabootam te alhamdulillah gis nañ tamit Magat Kanté liggéey bu rafet bi moo ne ba ci boobu ak chairman sa chairman Famara Jabi moom tamit ak regional executive members mu ne passé vers commune loolu dafa mos a am la mu ne suñu opponent si dañoo wax ne ñu ngi jëlee nit ñi combo di leen fa yóbbu passé mu ne konteeru bu rafet bi nga am passé de
ala ko sandu
ñëw ba ci sandu
ala kantora
dem ba ci kantora
ala ko wulli
dem ba ci wulli
ko ngaaje de togono
gis nañ ci biir toog bi
na bureau yele ko le banko kan
mu ne bureau am nañ appoint bureau bu ñu def ci wulli loolu neex na ci mbégte lool
wo mu kon kon mbola wodo fana
bi fa jógee loolu
nana siara sa
yooyu demaat nañ siara sa
ani nobe
ak Onyek
ngaje pancangol to
gis nañu boori Pancam
ñaani ja ngaje chamen ngaje mol bel cross capeta
gis nañu nit ñi nga xamante ñoo cross capet
ka bo mati dol to
jóge ci yeneen parti
kana UDP ka
ñoo bokk ci UDP
o fana mo kontaan bu baadi
mu ne loolu tamit nekk na ci mbégte bu mag
nada you are nada West Coast region
bi ñoo delluwaat West Coast region
and ni be futal West Coast nada ta wonde fa jobi ya elara
mu ne balaa ñu àgg ci West Coast jaar na ci chairman wonde fa job jaara
ani la insane
ak chairman la nisane
ngaje do ko me kena elara
duñ fa fekk nag
ay ñaabo baaji
loolu fes na suñu bot
o fana ngaje mo jama cross capeta
mu ne ñu bari tamit dañoo cross capet
ka bo mati dol to
jële jëme ko ci yeneen parti
kana UDP ka
ñëw ci UDP
nada be fana welcome me capacity leader gona to between Canada and West Coast region
mu ne gis nañ ci break bi dale ko jaara jam ak foñi
suñu fan la tu doka
mu ne welcome bi ñoo defee ci baaw seen loolu bekk kontaan nañ ci lool
foñi para
te foñi tamit
abolde wala mati dolde nada la UDP
ñeneen tamit dañu jóge ci yeneen parti ñoo bokk ci UDP
ko en kontaan baadi
loolu nekk na mbégte lool
ko kana fala sokola KMC ko
mu ne ñëw ba ci KMC
ni mbodo wono
dana gannaaw loolu
parti leader be na guest ñale jaga ni ko li
mu ne parti leader mu ngi ci sant ak suñu kàddu yu tëdd yi di leen joxe caas suñu ñibbi
ni mbodo wono binadu na congress mo kon
dana gannaaw loolu dinañ dugg ci congrès
kalum congress mo metti
lan mooy congrès
bolom tamante solo ne gani na activité melke
mu ne maanaam dañoo doxale mbir mi dañ ko doxale
sañi ko men tambita
ñaari at yu passé nii
mina wo kol
mu ne loolu la ñu bëggoon a ñëw leeral
bare na guest mo ko ja
waaye am na fi yeneen gest
ali ala ko do ko medo ko ja
mu ne mi nga xamante ne mooy honorable Major Boja
awada sañan ma ko ka
mu ngi jógee Kombo Sagna
kana na ja kana
bi ñu ñëw bokk ci ñun
so ma mante la ba ja
Boja ñu ngi lay gërëm di la sant
yo jembe administrative secretary padula dinala na sambi jalol ko burge fara fu ye dama den dundi ma dem jalol fu jani ko mina ajani ko en diaspora chairman bina adina announcement wogel
kon ñu déglu aladi Boji Serika déglu
assalamu alaikum
waaleykum assalam
jamabe konton
baraka
comme lafta dorom lafta
halama ñëw na mooy ba ci wàllu bi yàlla yàlla ko bébé suura na daal nga mooy
ouais yalo probably ko jamabe jam
mu ne dëgg nit ñu bari ñoo fi nekk
yalo ko this year
mu ne ñu bari xam ne at bi
na programme mo ben ci diaspora mais yalo ka comme ça pour diaspora comme ça
mu ne programme yi nga xamante ne moom la ñu jot a def diaspora nga xamante ne def nañu ko sax lool
wala coming diaspora homecoming
loolu mooy diaspora homecoming
in diaspora homecoming
mu ne homecoming diaspora bi
lolu melti
mu ne lan mooy dalit bi
wala UDP diaspora ko ben yalo ko be diaspora yena ni parti o mole ñolo ni parti o mole ñoma
mu ne boo gisee ñu ko loolu ñu ko mën a ràññante ñi nga xamante ne réew mi boobu Gambia te ñu diaspora ci UDP waaye ñi nga xamante ne ñoo nekk ci réew mi pour ñu ràññante
waaye ni be koko no
parce que ñu nekk ci mbir mi
ñaatale nga ñolo
mu ne war nañoo xamante
wayatina
loolu tax na
nga programme mo le duro
mu ne programme bi ñu ñëw jot a def
ben yalo lonko
ñi nga xamante ne
lafta pour parti o ñol basic participate ni base ak ko do
mu ne dafa bëgg doomi parti yi ñoom ñëpp ci seen bopp ci biir
nga programme mo dati men
mu ne programme fi ñu ko commencé
wala ni journalisme ben tajanne
mu ne su fekkee ne daje nañ fi ak journaliste
kanana dalilo nyoni hom ko min dalilo ka kaitan
ko be ñam tamit ñu wone sen dalilo on ko min ñu leeralen
o kola
be gëna lolu
nada beke
ay lu ñu def
wala ka alquran kam fanake
pour manam ñu jàng ci alquran
na wala ben yalla ko yi tan poti ñu ko do
suñu nit ñoo xamantene ñoo ànd ak ci parti bi
mantaram be bi
mu ne nekk ñu fi ñu tey
alquran o kare
dinañ jàng alquran
ka dua fo alasi la dem sunne
mu ne maanaam ak ñi nga xamante ne ñoo bokkoon ci programme bi moo commencé waaye alhamdulilah yàlla moo mel ne leen ñu ñaan leen alquran pour alhamdulilah yàlla yërëm leen.
o kola
nee na gannaaw loolu
programme dolu men so
am na yeneen programme
ben yalo ko man me compensation ben wak
ñi nga xamante ne jotaguñu def ci loolu.
We will have a diaspora stakeholders meeting.
mu ne diaspora stakeholders meeting.
O be kala January 1st.
loolu January 1st dañ ko war a def.
Mbagal nga second hora January 2nd.
mu ne January 2nd.
Adi Manjai bureau.
mu ne boobu Manjai bureau la. mu ne cëpp ko am jot nag. mu ne mbiri parti la ñu nga xayma ko.
Ni wo wala je.
ne gannaaw loolu.
diaspora kulu solo ben mi je.
suñu waa diaspora jigéen ñi nga xamante ne ñoo ñu fi nekkal.
Ni na women parti la women sumen.
ak women's meeting ci parti bi.
E bulu fa mo dole so do ben yalla ko ñetti sambala ko ina la.
mu ne am na taraan yi nga xamante ne yow la ñu war a yokk kuy na la.
Ko ina la lopitaan.
ci lopitaan kenn kuy na la.
Ni wo wala je.
nee na gannaaw loolu.
On the third.
mu ne on the third.
O be kala on the third.
mu ne boobu ci on the third.
On the fourth.
mu ne on the fourth.
Na barawulo so do bakaw.
mu ne dinañ am baarawulo ci Bakaw.
Barawulo parti o ko be dawda.
mu ne ci baarawulo boobu képp ko xamante ne doomi parti la.
Na li be invite je.
mu ne kon ñu ngi leen di talal di leen bismillah ci yooyu.
Alsina.
bu defee ngeen ñëw.
Na do ko Kafrim bakaw.
mu ne ñu fecc danañ ko Bakaw.
Fo parti li dalam ko na pipeline.
waay yow ba ci kër parti li da pipeline.
Ni mo man na Mariam yow.
mu ne bu fi ñëw daal jégalu ma xoolal ñu la.
Ni o ko daje.
nee na gannaaw loolu.
July karo sorry January karo tulu dulo.
mu ne juróomi fan ci benn January.
Lan tam benna.
li ñoo bëgg mooy.
Wala nga kafu Banjul koluma.
pour maanaam ñu bokk ci waa Banjul.
Banjul ba nga saado Sénégal.
pour maanaam ñu mën a bokk ci waa Banjul ñu mën a saxal dëkk bi.
Yi fana mu kulati.
mu ne liñ bëgg la boo xamante ne.
Parti yo ni mo be invite na from be na da.
mu ne kon ñu ngi leen di invite doomi parti yëpp ñu ñëw Banjul.
Abe dal la commission na 9 o'clock.
mu ne dinañ ko commencé suba ci 9 o'clock.
Mo si futani no yena.
mu ne képp ku am jot waawel ko.
Ina mu kibarol di la ko ka ben faale.
mu ne lii mooy xibaar bi nga xamante ne loolu la ñu bëggoon a évané ci mbooloo.
Bari ko telo ko la ben ko la.
mu ne mi yëfi parti la mbiri parti la ñu ñëpp.
Sina nga ci di man do.
mu ne kon bu ko defee dañu ñëw faral. mu ne kon alhamdulilah ñu ngi def mosala rek. mu ne suñu bennoo bi ñu mën ko dëgëral. mu ne xibaar bi la am ci yooyu. kon Jalle Moussou. Jalle Moussou les mêmes doole nga doon jàpp. Jalle Moussou kana na jamme mansa be hono to. Jalolu siata Gambia. Bari na UDP jalolu. Ani ko sada afere tani foro la nini wala be dani la ko be dal. Odo Ibrahim ni ko be jam. Anamo Alfa so ko be jam. Wala mo to nyane jale na ma ga fu ko jam. Kan ko da ba ko. Yale ta mo ko abe to dawda yo ji yar dawda be dawda si be ke dawda ke oje men tilindi Ibrahim aliki lo kila sedi kan mori namo mama yo ba bonso wala mo to kan mori kan ni ya fa ko wala mi tan kan wala mo to nyap ala sinyabi alhamdulillah e tan mansa di bacha ko wala ma kudu fulani kaya mambana mali banda kombo ni nyana kambala jawro suku jawro kudu suku ndio me ya longo na ya fo asake atebali na mto ya ngoma yani mara samu imana kale
administer the music and continue to the next part of the program. That is the most important part of the Congress presentation of reports. We begin with the first one, and 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 will step in to do the presentation. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏.
Regional chairman only. Regional chairman.
Hey, can you sit down, please?
I'll see. Regional chairman, please. Only regional chairman. Please. I'm going to sit down. I'll see.
Hey, please, I see Marco 15. I can I report on the Q1 Congress? I see. I report, I see. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. I see. Bismillah. Amen. We'll proceed part 2 of the Congress presentation and discussion of reports. The first report will be the Congress report 2022, and 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 is going to present that report on my behalf.
Assalamu alaikum. Congress 2024. Greetings to the party leader, the Secretary General of the United Democratic Party, Honorable Lawyer 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. Greetings to Deputy Party Leader and the entire executive. All protocols duly and respectfully observed. I have the honor today to present to you the report of the 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 Congress that was held from the 9th to the 11th December 2022. On behalf of my boss, Senior Administrative Secretary, Honorable 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. In compliance with the Local Government Amendment Act 2015, as we are here today, we met in 2022 at 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 for our Congress. It is required that every registered political party in the Gambia must hold a Congress every 2 years. The Constitution of the UDP requires a biennial Congress. In 2022, the biennial National Congress was hosted by the Central River Region in 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. 20 delegates from each constituency and diaspora chapter, plus the Central Committee members, attended the Congress. The occasion was graced with the presence of other political party representatives at the opening ceremony. The Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, observed the entire Congress process over 3 days. On day 1, which was the 9th of December 2024, it was the Congress opening ceremony, which was moderated by Mr. Almami Fandim Tab. The moderator opened the meeting by recognizing the presence of each and everyone, including party leader, national executive, Congress delegates, and invited guests, such as Honorable MC Cham Jr., Dr. 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔, amongst others. The usual Muslim and Christian prayers were offered for a successful Congress. The welcome remarks was delivered by the national president, 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. Mrs. Yapo welcomed all to the Congress, and she also highlighted the legal requirements of Congress and observed that there are occasions to inform party members about the financial position of the party and to elect new executive members. The Honorable Party Leader and Secretary General, His Excellency A.N.M. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, also delivered a statement at the Congress, where he acknowledged the presence of the Deputy Party Leader, National President, National Executive Committee members. He noted the presence of distinguished delegates and the invited guests, and also extended greetings to Chairman Musa Sonko, the National Executive members, and all party members. He especially acknowledged the presence of several guests, in particular Mr. Kadumbula from Zambia, East Africa, H.E. Dr. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒄𝒄, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏, Doruba, Tata Kamara, sister political parties, GDC and NPP representatives, Omar Jato Jame, Nam of Jajapo. The party leader thanked Congress for a job, the Congress Committee for a job well done, and all sponsors for their support. He highlighted the purpose of the gathering, and which is a requirement of the party and the Constitution and the Local Government Act. The party leader reminded delegates of the importance of the Congress and their rules and responsibilities. The party leader told the Congress that it would elect its new executive members to steer the affairs of the party in the next coming period. Towards this end, he advised delegates to elect leaders who would look at the interests of the party instead of their own. The leaders should be honest, dedicated, and hard-working party members. The party acknowledged and appreciated the good work of the mayors, councillors, and chairmen. He also gave appreciation to the work of the UDP National Assembly caucus for their commendable job in the National Assembly. The party leader indicated that he has commissioned a team of experts to commence developing a series of working papers from the 5-point agenda. This will form the focus of the UDP's development agenda going forward. He then declared the Congress officially open. Part 2 on the first day was the presentation of the audited reports by Bakari Sanyan of Foresight Audit Firm. The auditor presented the audited accounts for the consideration and adoption of the Congress. According to him, in their opinion, the financial statement presented a true and fair reflection of the party's financial position and was prepared according to the general acceptable accounting principles and the requirements of the party constitution. The report was discussed and adopted by the delegates. On the reports. On the presentation of the audit report, it was moderated by myself, Honorable 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. Then I was the Secretary General of the Female Youth Wing. The Congress 2020 report was presented by my senior Honorable Alagi Esdamo. The report was adopted without amendments. Activity Report 2021 to 2022. The 2021 to 2022 Activity Report was presented by the party leader and Secretary General. He gave a highlight
of the activities that were conducted during the period. In accordance with the party constitution, 11 members of the party were nominated to serve in the national executive. These were Mamadou 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍, Daniel Mendy, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍, Lamin Mas, and 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍. On January 21st, the first executive meeting was held, and during this meeting, the following subcommittees were inaugurated: Finance and Economic Affairs, Legal and Human Rights, Foreign Affairs, Former Ambassadors, Health, Security and Protocol Committee, Social and Fundraising Committee, Media and Communication Committee. On the 7th of April 2021, the Central Committee met to review the applicants as the party candidate for the presidential election. The Central Committee unanimously shortlisted 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 from among the 4 applicants for selection by the Selection Committee. The Selection Committee also unanimously endorsed the candidature of 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. A grand fundraising show with 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 and 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 and other musicians was conducted at the Independence Stadium, Macau, to support the upcoming presidential elections, as well as unveiling our campaign strategy, Road to State House. During this period, the Campaign and Organizing Committee conducted a series of meetings, rallies, and outreach visits across the country to mobilize support for the party. The Elders Committee also visited elders in the Congo to strengthen the support base of the party. In February 2021, the Deputy Party Leader and the Women's Wing went on a nationwide tour to rally support for the upcoming elections. In May 2021, a mega rally was held in 𝒐𝒊𝒏, where the party flag bearer was unveiled to the nation. In May 2021, the registration monitoring team conducted a nationwide monitoring exercise to ensure that only citizens are allowed to register for the upcoming election. In August 2021, the Campaign and National Organizing Committee conducted a nationwide tour which was cut short due to the passing of Honorable 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍. In August 2021, the 5-point agenda was launched at the 𝒂𝒊𝒏 Conference Center. The launch was attended by party militants and a cross-section of the society. The 5-point agenda was translated into all major native languages spoken in the Gambia. Following the launching of the 5-point agenda from October 4th to October 31st, 2021, the party leader and delegation went on a nationwide tour to introduce the agenda. 1st of November 2021, 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 was nominated and a mega rally was held at the Independence Stadium, which was followed by campaign and elections. The UDP rejected the results announced by IEC and contested in court only for the Supreme Court to reject our petition based on technical grounds. The party filed candidates in 43 constituencies and backed one independent candidate in the 9 April 2022 National Assembly elections and won 16, including the independent. The Campaign and Organizing Committee continued to conduct activities to mobilize support for the party. From September to November 2022, wards, constituencies, and regions held their congresses and elected new executives before the National Congress in December 2022. Financial report, which was presented by Honorable Amadou Sane, National Treasurer, for the full year ending 31st December 2021. Financial report. The audited financial statements for the period January 2021 to December 2021 were presented by the National Treasurer, Honorable Amadou Sani. He gave the following highlights. The total assets from December 31st, 2021 it stands at total assets. I read, you excuse me, I don't understand much about numbers. 6,716,432, 4,426,052 dollars. The income and expenditure statement. Total income stands at $47,926,333. And total expenses stands at $48,032,000. I just hope I'm reading your numbers correctly. I just put 2021. Okay. December 31st, 2020, we stand at 11,281,232. Now we come to Saturday, December 10th. Saturday, December 10th, 2022. Part 3 of the Congress. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 was the moderator, myself, amendments and resolutions. Honorable Alhaji S. Dabo proposed 2 amendments. One was to increase diaspora membership in the executive from 1 to 4 members to align with the 4 regions in the diaspora, and this resolution was approved. The second was to amend the holding of elective congresses from 2 years to 4 years, and a biennial congress will be held from national to village levels for report presentations, and elective congress from national to village levels will be held every 4 years for both report, presentations, and elections. The said proposals were debated and approved by the delegates. That's the reason we're here today. Honorable Amadou Sani proposed the following resolutions. These proposals were extensively discussed and the following decisions were made. The proposed amendment to introduce position of the second deputy party leader and secretary general responsible for finance and administration. This proposal was rejected. The proposed amendment to include the 8 regional chairmen into the national executive. This proposal was approved. The proposed amendment to introduce second deputy treasurer from the diaspora. This proposal was rejected. The proposed amendment to introduce the position of deputy chairman fundraising from the diaspora chapter. This proposal was also rejected. Resolutions from diaspora chairman. The chairman of the diaspora, Mr. 𝒂𝒐𝒊𝒏, presented resolution which entails the following. To introduce a disciplinary committee to address internal conflict within the party ranks. To introduce a code of conduct within the party. For the media team to quickly respond to all negative comments about the party. These resolutions were all accepted and adopted. Resolutions were also presented by myself, Honorable 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, and they are as follows. To introduce monthly membership dues of a minimum of $5 for each member. National executive members are also to pay a minimum of $500 monthly. Membership dues to be mandatory for all members of the party. These resolutions were all accepted and approved. Following the conclusion of the resolutions, the executive was dissolved and elections to be held for the incoming executive. Part 4, nomination and elections. This part was moderated by Mr. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, chairperson ad hoc election committees. The ad hoc committee was responsible for conducting nominations and elections and comprises of the following. Mr. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 as the chairman, Mr. Lamin 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏 deputy chair, Mr. Modu Lamin Kambi, Mr. Yafa. The AEC chairperson read out the election rules for the delegates. Nominations were taken for all 37 positions. Candidates were nominated by party delegates and seconded for each position. 31 positions as detailed in Appendix 1 went unopposed. 6 positions had more than one candidate nominated. Internal consultations were held and consensus reached as follows. In 5 positions, one candidate withdrew for the other. In the case of position of National Youth President, Mr. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 withdrew for Mr. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. This was made on the agreement that when 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 reaches the age of 35, he would no longer qualify as a youth, and at that time, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 would come in as national president. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 was age 33 at the time of the Congress. The final list of executive members is attached in Appendix 3. In line with the amendments passed, the term of office of the new executive shall be 4 years. On day 3 which was on 11 December 2022, the speech was delivered by the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. The party leader started by expressing his appreciation to the Congress delegates for the trust and confidence they had in him to continue as party leader. He thanked the ad hoc election committee under the chairmanship of Mr. Kante. All the delegates, the newly elected executive members, in particular the new members of the executive, Mr. Lamin Mane, Mamadou Sabali, Lamin J.K. Sane, Mariam Suso, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, Habib Sise, Abubakar Kante, Abubakar Flus Darame, and Ajidwa Isidibe Pinto Senghor, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, and as well as the entire executive for their effort and service to the country and the party. He also thanked the outgoing executive members who did not return to the executive for their service and commitment. He noted 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏 and Tarafa Sonko for their magnanimity in conceding their positions to new members and committing to continue to support their success. He congratulated the new youth wing president, Mr. 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, for taking up this new challenge in the footsteps of Honorable Suleiman Sabo. He urged him and all members of the youth wing to always consult Honorable Sabo as well as 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 for guidance and support. He informed the delegates that if any vacancy occurs in the executive within the next 4 years, the Central Committee is mandated to fill in to complete the tenure. He thanked the diaspora and congratulated them for coming up with a good resolution which is timely and well overdue. He concluded by informing the country of the demise of great supporters in the passings of Ajah Binta, Drame, and Soribara, may their souls continue to rest in peace. He asked for prayers for all members, for the departed, and all others who passed before them. This brings us to part 6, the closing ceremony. This part of the Congress was moderated by Mr. Almami Fanting Tal. He started the day with a prayer, thanked all the media fraternity and the security personnel for participation and contribution to a successful conference. A remark was delivered by the national president, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍. The national president congratulated party leader and the newly elected national executive. He urged the newly executive to continue with the struggle for a better Gambia. She urged all delegates to prepare for the upcoming mayoral, chairman, and councillor elections. A remark was also delivered by the Deputy Secretary General, Deputy Party Leader, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍. The Deputy Party Leader extended her warm welcome and greetings to the newly elected national executive. Thanked all the delegates. She reminded the delegates of the absolute neglect of the government for the welfare of the Gambian people, especially in the health and agriculture sectors. She urged all militants to continue championing the unity within the party. She thanked the Gambians in all forms of life for their continued support for the United Democratic Party. Closing statement by Party Leader, His Excellency 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. The Party Leader opened his speech by thanking all newly elected executive members. He acknowledged the presence of the invited guests, especially the families of Alhaji 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, Manding Mansa, Alhaji Amadou Kora, Dr. Mamadou Lamin Sida Joe, and his brothers Salim Dabo and Professor Dr. Mamadou Dabo. The party leader noted the journey the party had taken and the historic moment it stood. The 2022 Congress discussed and deliberated on the critical issues of the party. He thanked all delegates for the new mandate given to him and the executive to handle the affairs of the party for the next 4 years. He thanked the delegates in their trust in him and all newly elected executive members. According to the party leader, the United Democratic Party is the party that continues to care and work for a better Gambia, and the vanguard of the fight against dictatorship. UDP members went through a lot, including torture, harassment, arrest, wrongful detention, suffering during the days of the dictatorship. UDP is committed to the enforcement of the TRRC recommendations and will work with the National Human Rights Commission and ensure such atrocities will not happen again. He gave a special tribute to Alhaji Mamadou 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, who is undergoing treatment in the US at the time, and an elder in the last executive. He also paid tribute to Alhaji 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. Both gentlemen were very instrumental during the struggle and the formative years of the party. He thanked the 𝒘𝒄𝒄𝒏, the Ushers Protocol executive members, the diaspora, his family, and paid tribute to the founding members who were very instrumental in selecting him as their party leader and their foresight for the United Democratic Party. According to him, in the year 2022 will be the crucial year for the party. He urged everyone to prepare and ensure the party obtains every success in the forthcoming local government elections. He noted the very poor level of local governance experienced by the people of the West Coast region, the heartbeat of the United Democratic Party. He promised that the UDP will put up very competent candidates to serve the good people of the West Coast region as chairman and councillors. The party will seek to win all the local government elections. I think we pause here and say we've delivered on this promise with the Honorable Chairman, Yakubu Dabo. We showed up. He noted that the borough government continued to neglect the youth. The party leader appealed to all Gambians to use the internet wisely and not for insulting each other. That brought us to the end of the report for the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏 Congress held on the 9th to 11th December 2022. It was my greatest pleasure to present to you this report. Thank you very much.
Secretary. KM5455. KM5455. KM5455, please. Activity report letter. May along party leader and Secretary General Tatila, Honorable Alaji Eslambo, Senior Admin Secretary, and a minority leader on his behalf. Honorable, you are welcome to the podium.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, the Deputy Secretary General and Deputy Party Leader Mariam Biseka, National President 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, Mayor of Banjul, Lord Mayor Roy Marikulo, Distinguished Chairman Banjul City Mansandao, distinguished Central Committee members, distinguished Congress delegates, distinguished political party representatives, distinguished invited guests, media, security personnel, good afternoon to you all. Mr. Chairperson, the Congress delegates, please allow me to present this activity report on behalf of the Secretary General of the Party Leader for the period 2023 to 2024. On the Administration National Executive, the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏 Congress elected 65 members of the National Executive, including 37 including the nominated members. The percentage for that in terms of gender, I'm happy to report that UDP have registered the quota system. We have the 32% female representation in the National Executive. Out of the 37 elected members, 14 are female members, representing 38%. Out of the 11 nominated members, 7 are female, that represents 63.6%. The regional chairpersons and 4 area council sponsored candidates, 4 diaspora representatives. These are what comprise the 65 members of the National Executive. In accordance with Article 1131 of the Constitution of the United Democratic Party, the following members were appointed by the National Executive Committee, namely 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, Yamasane, Jabijaju, Amijaju, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒔, Daniel Mendy, Ndesei, Ndei Aisha Jalagupre, Lavin Mas, Mbemba Tamedu, and Mayunagi. The new Executive Committee was inaugurated on the 31st December 2022. The Party Leader and Secretary General congratulated and welcomed the newly elected executive members. He reminded the executive about the struggle and the sacrifices that went into building the United Democratic Party and urged all to stay united. The National Executive Committee held ordinary and emergency executive meetings to discuss and review matters brought forward. Where a meeting could not hold for a particular month, the matters to be discussed are carried forward to subsequent months. Resignation and death. The following key members of the Central Committee passed away during the period under review, namely Ndogonjai, the second Vice President, National Government Spin, Alhaji Sambukandi, Chairperson, 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏, Muhammad El Diba, sponsored candidate, Opanyomi, Honorable Matar, MJ, former NAM, Lower Yomi. May Almighty Allah have mercy on their souls and grant them in Jannah Firdaus. The following members of the Central Committee resigned to their position from the United Democratic Party, namely Mahmoud Sabari, former campaign manager, Ali Matso, sponsored candidate Loa Salim, and Abduso, Nam Kombodis. And the foreign constituency chairpersons also resigned from the party, namely Lamin Bajika, former chairperson Kombodis, and Lamin Dabo, former chairman Sanimentary. On Central Committee, the Central Committee comprises 136 members, out of which 47 are females, which represented 4.5%. And the Central Committee, the executive composition is 65 net members, 16 regional representatives, 35 names and sponsored candidates, 2 deceased and 2 resigned, 5 female representatives, 5 new representatives, and 10 nominated members. Nominated members in the Central Committee are as follows: Mariam Bagi, Aisha Sisi, Doroba, Jimbo Kasama, Jimmy Sisi, Jenaba Maron, Amnada Sisi, Ahmad Kora, and Malik Sisi, as well as Aisha Midai. For the women representatives, Binta Dabo, Binta Ture, Maram Yang, Kaditawale, and Fafitani. And the youth representatives, Kemo Bojang, Abubakar Bojang, Fatumata Duara, Usman Ture, Abubakar Daborada, Fatumata Duara, Usman Ture, and Uyifar. The Central Committee also held ordinary meetings to discuss and report to work, where meeting could not hold quarterly, matters to discuss are carried forward to the subsequent quarter. On the 3rd March 2024, the Central Committee elected replacement of the National Campaign Manager and Second Vice President National Women's, namely Kaba Sonko and Binta Ture. The 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 also nominated Francis Sonko, replacing the late Alhaji Sabu Kante. On subcommittees, we have the following subcommittees: Financial Economic Affairs Committee, Legal and Human Rights Committee, Foreign Affairs Committee, Policy and Strategy Committee, Health Committee, Campaign and Organizing Committee, Security and Protocol Committee, Social and Fundraising Committee, Media and Communication Committee, as well as State Committee. On elections, the local government elections, council elections, the Selection Committee received 132 applicants. Banjul 9, Kanifing 23, Birkama 27, Cherwan 20, Mansakongo 15, Kuntau 10, Ganjamura 20, and Basi 8. The Selection Committee approved 102 applications and all applicants were selected and nominated. Banjul 9, Kanifing 19, Birkama 21, Cherwan 14, Mansakongo 11, Kuntau 8, and Basi 8. 4 candidates later below: Amacham Njawod, Yaji Sotambo, who was replaced by Musa Cham, whose nomination was later rejected by IEC. Council seats won by United Democratic Party, 44 seats altogether out of 120. Banjul 2, Kanifing 15, Birkama 15, Mansakongo 6, Cherwan for Kuntaru to Janjanpur Nil and Basi Nil. Chairmanship and mayoral elections. The Selection Committee received 27 applications. Banjul, Kanifing, Cherwan, Mansakongo, and Basi, all 1 applicant each. And Birkama 15 applications, Kuntau 4, Janjanpur 3. The Selection Committee approved 8 applications in all the 8 applications, and all the applicants were duly elected and nominated. UDP won 4 councils, namely Banjul, Kanifing, Birkama, and Mansakongo, and lost 4 as well: Cherwan, Kuntau, Janjanpur, and Basi. On popular votes, the party obtained 209,465, with a difference of 15,218 over the ruling party NPP. I thank the candidates, the voters, and members in diaspora for their participation and support. The calendar of activities. The NEC prepared and adopted calendar of activities annually, clearly outline the programs and activities of the party. dialogue with the political parties, UDP was in receipt of an invitation from the President to a consultative meeting with the political party leaders on the 12th February 2024, in preparation for a national dialogue on the 16th February 2024 at State House and 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍 Conference Center, respectively. The party honored the invitation and nominated the Senior Administrative Secretary as head of delegation, National President, and National Treasurer to represent the party at both meetings. The party representatives welcomed the dialogue but expressed uncertainty on the outcome, that is, whether the report will be considered and implemented. The Senior Administrator used the occasion to call on the President to give UDP party leader the respect he deserves, not only as the leader of the main opposition party, but also being his political godfather. Meeting with Supreme Islamic Council on the 21st August 2024, the UDP was also invited to a meeting with SIC aimed at discussing issues of national interest, with special focus on peace and stability in the country. The party delegated Deputy Party Leader Alhaji Bajamba Bojang, Senior Administrative Secretary Alhaji Ansudi Keta and Inamaro to represent the party. The discussion was centered on the political atmosphere in our beloved country, particularly between NPP and UDP, which became tense according to SIC as a result of the remarks made by the President during the opening of the NPP bureau at Bikama. SIC commended UDP for honoring the invitation, which is a demonstration of its commitment to peace in the country. Meeting with the Party Committee on the 19th September 2024, the Inter-Party Committee requested for audience with UDP for peace building, which according to IPC was stated by unhealthy comments in social media. The UDP honored the invitation and nominated Mariam Biseka Yamundalgeya, Alhaji Esdago, Almami Pandita, and Tombon Seri to represent the party. The meeting was called to remind each other about the code of conduct and Jamyangure peace pledge. The IPC expressed concern on the defamatory and inflammatory language that come from political leaders and call to avoid such. IPC also expressed concern about the trend tribe is taking center stage in our politics. On Campaign and Organizing Committee, the National Campaign and Organizing Committee is the party main pillar and driving force, responsible for campaign and organizing in the party. Following the December 2022 Congress, the whole of 2020 there was no teamwork campaign across the country. The campaign committee presented quarterly talk program for 2024 to the National Executive Committee, which was approved. On January 27, 2024, West Coast Region held a victory celebration for chairman, NAMs, and councillors. The event was spectacular and colorful. The party leader and senior executive members praised the occasion. The party leader thanked the electorate for massively voting for UDP in National Assembly, councillorship, and chairmanship elections. Chairman 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 and minority leader Alhaji Esdago spoke on behalf of the council and NAMs respectively and gave similar remarks. Following the election of the new campaign manager, Mr. Kaba Sonko, the National Campaign and Organizing Committee successfully embarked on 2 nationwide tours, accompanied the party leader in the final tour of the year. The tour, that is the third NCOC tour in the calendar, could not hold due to budget constraints. The main objective of these tours are to revisit regional structures, bind them together and assess regional politics, apply new coordinating mechanism for better party politics, reaching out to the government electorate with the policy and programs of the party, scout out new members to increase the party support base. The first National Campaign Organizing Committee nationwide tour took place from 18 January to 10 February 2024. During this tour, the National Campaign Organizing Committee held 49 meetings and 128 policy calls. Over 850 electorates across the country pledged their allegiance to be bona fide members of UDP. The National Organizing Secretary, Lord Mayor 𝒘𝒄𝒄𝒏 Bensouda, addressed the gathering with words of honor and reminded the President to respect his words of honor in the term limit. He advised him to step down at the end of his second term and usher in a smooth transition and allow the continuation of good governance. The Deputy Organizing Secretary, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, also addressed the Gambians on the state of the nation, the failing economy, and how President Barrow is encouraging corruption in his government. On electorate opinions and observations, the electorate in all the regions complained about the high cost of living and therefore asking the UDP to pressurize the government to subsidize the cost of basic commodities. All the internal satellite pledges want to have boreholes for potable drinking water and good roads. Far away health facilities was also one of the problems mentioned. Expensive cost for a pack of fertilizer was also complained by the farmers. Poor and dilapidated schools with no proper learning facilities in place. The turning back way syndrome, reclaiming the lives of young people, was also a problem affecting the communities and one job for the youths. The most importantly, the state of the nation, which is about the rampant corruption in government sectors. Baba Salibo at Dubazon, 26 April 2024. Baba Salibo groundbreaking event was organized at Atlentic Community Center by a campaign organizing committee in collaboration with the underground operation personnel, 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, Bronx, New York, Bamfa, Camara, France, 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, and 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 team. 175 people have joined UDP from their respective political parties. These three diaspora personnel finally support the massive campaign around the country. They also collaborate with the 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 and team at CRR and URR, UDP Lafa. The event was praised by the party leader and secretary general and other senior members of the party. The second nationwide tour of the campaign organizing committee, 21st May to 9 June 2024. The tour was more effective and successful with 50 meetings and 100 policy calls. A similar trend was taken around the country with more people pledging their allegiance to put their weight behind the strength of the party. The 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 on this massive campaign called UDP Lafa. Upon reaching out, there was more enthusiastic political strategy, with a lot of people defecting to join the party. UDP diaspora outreach were also on the ground. 1,150 defectors recorded, with this record of party militants increasing. Constituency executive committees were going to organize a door-to-door outreach campaign to discuss with electorate. The Yellow Day celebration, 6 July 2024. The trial 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, Bamfa, Camara, and Lamin Khan, with 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 and team in collaboration with the Regional Executive Committee of West Coast Region, organized the Yellow Day to welcome the new defectors to UDP. The party leader and a lot of senior members of the party were in attendance. He formally welcomed the new members and called on them to go after more people. He commended Lamin Khan and Bamfa and 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 for excellent work and for the excellent work they are doing for the party. The regional campaign committees, convergence with the National Campaign Committee, 30th September 2024. The regional campaign committees and the National Campaign Organizing Committee met at Yara Soma, LRR, and discussed campaign strategies and approaches in preparation for the national tour and the 2026 presidential elections. The meeting brought together some senior national campaign committee and regional campaign managers and their deputies. The party leaders talk with National Campaign Organizing Committee, 7 to 23 or 23rd December 2024. The party leader and Secretary General 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 embarked on a nationwide tour that faced since 2021 elections. The National Organizing Secretary, Campaign Manager, members of the Campaign Organizing Committee, some senior members of the party, Council of Elders, Women's Wing, Youth Wing, and their campaigns accompanied the party leader. The tour was a big success, with 38 meetings, which include 4 mega rallies and victory celebration, 3 mega welcomings held at 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏 and 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏. The welcoming was spectacular. Chairman 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒏 and his regional executive received the party leader and entourage at the terminal. The party leader held successful meetings throughout the country, mostly in places where UDP has no support. The tour registered so many defectors from other parties, mainly NPP, who pledged their allegiance to join UDP. It sent powerful messages to the electorate about the state of the country's economy, high cost of living, rampant corruption, high unemployment rate, growing insecurity in the country, and poor governance. The key defectors recorded: 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 NBR, so many people defected to the party, mainly from NPP, and Munyagen NBR. Also, good number of defectors also pledged their allegiance and joined UDP. Farafenye, 125 people defected and pledged their allegiance to support the UDP. Pantan CRRs, a strong women effort pledged their allegiance to support UDP 100%. At Nema Flabunda and Narago in Ganjangwe CRR, many people defected from NPP to join the party. Makamashe, over 100 people defected from their parties to UDP. Nyakwe Chairman, JDC Chairman, and PDAS Chairman, as well as the NPP supporters also defected to UDP. Mekamaba, over 100 joined UDP from NPP, and Nyamia Dankunku, where the campaign manager of NPP, and the women couples pledged their allegiance to join the mighty UDP. Soma and Aslame, where a very good number of women from the Fulham community pledged their allegiance to join the UDP, and in Banjul, West Coast, where a good number of NPP supporters also defected to join the party. At 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 region, the tour coincided with the municipal victory celebration, which was held at Banjul. The party leader, campaign and organizing committee, in collaboration with the Kiev regional executive, held a bigger victory celebration in grand style. On diaspora chapter, UDP leadership under the chairmanship of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, the United Democratic Party diaspora chapter continues to demonstrate its commitment to organizational growth, financial accountability, and the promotion of democratic principles. This report provides comprehensive overview of key activities and events and milestones of the UDP diaspora from 2023 to 2024. Inauguration of the Diaspora Outreach Committee. In November 2023, the chairperson, Ambassador General, in collaboration with our deputy and Smart Center, inaugurated the UDP Diaspora Outreach Committee. The event was simulated by the UDP TV and media and UDP online Bandaba platforms. The committee was created as a UDP Diaspora Subcommittee to expand the Paris Arabic efforts and influence. Since its inception, the Arabic Committee has made significant contributions within the Gambia and globally, fostering unity and mobilizing support for the party. On the Women and Gender Affairs event, in March 2024, the UDP Diaspora Committee for Women and Gender Affairs, under the leadership of Chairperson 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 and her deputy Farsanyan, launch an award ceremony to honor UDP Regional Committee for their contributions. This initiative highlighted the critical role of the women in advancing UDP's objectives. Annual contributions and received the following were the contributions of the Diaspora Chapter, UK Chapter, €2,800, Seattle, $2,800, Gas Chapter, $2,800, Spain, €2,800, and Italy, $2,800. These contributions were allocated to various operational and administrative expenses of the party. On adoption of the UDP Diaspora Constitution, in June 2024, the UDP Diaspora Chapter reps, aka the Central Committee, achieved a major milestone by adopting the first ever constitution for the party Diaspora Chapter. This event was attended by 40 representatives from the UDP under the chapter, showcasing the party's commitment to study its organizational framework. The first UDP Diaspora Convention. The Diaspora held its first ever convention on August 4, 2024, hosted by Spain chapter. Chief figures in attendance included the party leader 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, National President 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍, National Treasurer 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍, Mayor of Banjul and Chairman of the Ghana Area Council 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. The convention serves as a platform to unify members globally and celebrate UDP's progress and raise some funds for the party. Fundraising initiatives. The Spain Convention also featured a fundraising initiative that achieved remarkable success that inspired some other chapters to organize and mobilize their members to build on that momentum with their fundraising initiatives. The chapters include Atlanta, Alaska, Minnesota, Finland, and Seattle. The party leader, Chairman 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, Mayor 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, and Mayor 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 attended these events. Diaspora homecoming and gala dinner and awards night. Ticket sales. As part of the preparation for the December 2024 Diaspora homecoming and award and gala, the Diaspora Foundation Committee, in collaboration with the chapters, have been able to raise funds in the form of table sales. The Seattle, UK, Italy, Gas, and Minnesota chapters were all purchased several tables to the tune of $1,140,000, showing strong support for the event. Scheduled for December 27 to 30, 2024 at Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute. This event to celebrate the UDP achievements and reinforce its ties between Diaspora chapter and the home base. In addition to gala, series of activities are organized to celebrate the homecoming. These are the media briefing and opening ceremony, Quranic recitation in honor of our fallen heroes and heroines, Barawulo Diaspora meeting with stakeholders, community outreach visit to Kuinala Health Center, symposium with students and youth, town hall meeting, settle in collaboration with Banjul City Council, media engagement, and closing ceremony. 2025 All Diaspora Convention. The Seattle chapter won the bid to host the 2025 UDP Diaspora Convention as announced by the campaign and organizing committee chairperson, Mr. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏. Foreign Affairs Committee. Following the Ganjambura Congress, the Administrative Secretary, External Affairs, Mr. 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, and his deputy, Mr. Lamin Mani, launched a series of consultation and requests for meetings with the following diplomatic missions in the Gambia and other relevant international institutions, namely the head of the African Union Commission in the Gambia, the ECOWAS delegation in Gambia, the Embassy of the Republic of the Guinea-Bissau, Senegal High Commissioner, the Nigeria High Commissioner, Syrian High Commissioner, Ambassador of the Republic of Guinea, head of the Consulate of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, Ambassador of the United States of America, Ambassador of the European Union, and Head of EU Delegation, the High Commissioner of the Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, the 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 at the Spanish Consulate, the Head of the Delegation at the French Diplomatic Antenna in the Gambia and the German Embassy. The following missions responded positively and meetings with their diplomatic premises were agreed. ECOWAS delegation in the Gambia, Embassy of the United States of America, Ambassador of the European Union and the Head of the EU delegation, the High Commissioner of the Kingdom of the Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the Ambassador of the Republic of Turkey, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, and the 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒆𝒔 at the Spanish Consulate, the Head of the delegation of the French Diplomatic Antenna in Gambia and in the German Embassy. In the case of the German Embassy, the ambassador had not assumed office at the time. The embassy promised to revert when the ambassador presented his letters of credence. It is important to note that, with the exception of the Nigerian High Commission, no African embassy responded to the request, in spite of reminders. The High Commissioner was not in country at the time, and Second Secretary of the High Commission promised to relay the message to him upon his return, and that they would revert in due course. The UDP delegation to the meetings comprised the 5 members from the different sectors of the party, taking gender representation into consideration, while the delegation from the diplomatic missions were led by the heads of the mission, with the exception of the British High Commissioner, who was represented by the Deputy High Commissioner as he was out of town at the time. The UDP shared with the diplomatic mission its vision and mission, the 5-point agenda, and stance on various national and international issues. Issues of national interest were discussed in all the meetings. The heads of the foreign missions, America, British, Chinese, European Union, Spanish, and French, paid courtesy calls on the party leader at his office. The European Union Election Observer Mission and the National Democratic Institute, NDI of USA, also called on the Secretary General and party leader at the pipeline office. They received invitation from the NDI to attend the National Democratic Convention of the Democratic Party in Chicago from 19 to 22nd August 2024. The Election Observer Mission, after meeting with other political parties, civil society organizations, the Independent Electoral Commission, and the Gambia Bar Association, hosted a joint meeting at 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒄, and pertinent issues of national interest were discussed. Can we have 1 minute, please? Invitation from diplomatic missions to attend international conferences and training programs outside the Gambia. Ajiswani attended a conference in India with Senghor and Boubacar Kanté in Azerbaijan, and 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 a training in China. Local training programs were also organized by National Democratic Institute and European Union Election Observers Mission. The External Affairs team facilitated visa applications for official travel of the top party executives and delegations to various missions abroad. The Foreign Affairs Committee, which includes former diplomats, provide valuable expertise and insight in the diplomatic issues. The committee was instrumental in formulating the party's foreign affairs policy. The foreign affairs policy is being fine-tuned and will be presented to the party structure during the first half of 2025. The horizon on the diplomatic front looks very clear and bright. We look forward to more positive and rewarding engagements with our external partners in the years ahead. On Legal and Human Rights Committee, on the rejection of the nomination of Yaya Giso of the Chairman Board by IEC, UDP filed a petition against the decision of IEC, which was dismissed by the court. UDP unsuccessfully challenged in court the appointments of presidential advisors and ambassadors who are holding positions in their parties. UDP also petitioned the appointment of governors and deputy governors who have not met the requirement for such appointments and court ruled negatively on the petition. However, the matter is under appeal. Congress 2022 mandated the establishment of the internal party mechanism for dispute resolution and party discipline. That was presented to NEC and Central Committee for consideration. Discussion on it are yet to be completed. The legal team prepared a petition for the National Youth League for May 2023 peaceful protest against the rampant corruption and under President 𝒂𝒂𝒏. The legal team did presentations and lead discussions on the legislative agenda for the National Assembly members during the UDP annual retreats held at Manjai Bureau, Yarambamba, and Lamitewa. The legal team represented the party at the constitutional talks organized by the National Human Rights Center and the International IDEA. Social and Foundation Committee, Sensitization Tour. In January 2023, the committee and the senior administrative secretary went on tour of the region to sensitize party members on the $5 membership subscription following the adoption of the resolution at Banjul, which mandated a member to pay a monthly subscription of at least $5 as membership due. The regions were sensitized on the importance of the membership dues and the system and procedures of the collection. The membership dues. An account was opened for each region with Yona Financial Services. These accounts are functional and operational. The membership subscription project, if implemented as planned, is projected to raise at least $1 million monthly and $12 million annually. Preliminary report reveals that the following collections per region in 2 years: Banjul 22,570, Kainipin 39,600, Brikama 84,348.42, Mansakongo 3,100, Cherwan 7,250, Kuntaur 13,055, Yanjambure 29,320, Base 1,800, the total $201,043.4. About 10% of the annual projection so far has been realized. Members are going to fulfill their membership obligation by paying their dues. I therefore call on regions and constituencies to be vigilant in the collection. Fundraising program. The social and fundraising organized 3 major fundraisings since the Banjul Congress in December 2022. One, the Gala Dinner and Awards Night. The first edition of the Gala and Awards Night was held at 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 on Friday, 29 September 2023. 46 awards or posthumous awards were awarded to outstanding members of the party in recognition of their invaluable services and contribution to the party. $400,000 was realized from the program on behalf of the NEC and the Fundraising Committee. I wish to thank all the members for their contributions and participation, especially those from the diaspora. The European National Fundraising Show at 𝒂𝒂𝒏. The fundraising show with 5 UDP artists at 𝒂𝒂𝒏 on 26 April 2024. The program coincided with the Baba Salibo at Buba Zone and thus affected the turnout. Despite the low turnout, a profit of $180,700 was made. The third edition or the second edition of the Gala Dinner and Awards Night. The Gala Dinner and Awards Night was held on Friday, 27 December 2024 at 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒏. This year's award night is dedicated to women. 36 awards and posthumous awards were awarded to outstanding members of the party, mainly women. in recognition of their invaluable services and contribution to the party. The sales of tickets and tables have gone well. The response from diaspora has been very positive. Over $500,000 in profit was realized. On behalf of the NEC and the Foundation Committee, I wish to thank all the members for their contributions and participation, especially those from the diaspora. Media and Communication Committee. The Media and Communication Committee has been very active since after 2022 Congress in January. The committee first arranged interview for the newly elected campaign manager with the West Coast Radio Coffee Time program. Interviews are also facilitated for the party officials through television, radios, and social media platforms. The committee has been working relentlessly to ensure that the UDP's official communications and those of the party officials get adequate coverage across all media, that is the print, electronic, social, and audio visuals. The press statements have been issued on regular basis on burning issues or to counter misinformation and disinformation from executive and political commentators varying from the ruling party officials. The committee has been extremely vigilant in monitoring all media platforms to ensure timely responses to publications, to counter negative and smear publicity, or to amplify the positive strides made by the party in all states. A unique characteristic of the Media and Communication Committee is the fact that the members always work collectively and individually to defend the party's positions and to highlight the views of the party in similar and detailed methods to different audience groups within and outside of the party. The job of countering state propaganda is never complete. Much work remains to be done, and the committee is committed to ensuring that adequate messaging is sent out in a timely manner to all concerned. We wish to extend our gratitude and appreciation to all media houses for relentless services in disseminating the messages of the party. UDP National Assembly members caucus, the announced outreach, the first program. UDP has 15 seats in the National Assembly. Now for Congo is resigned from the party. UDP members are committed to serving the people of the Gambia and to promote the agenda of the party. As part of their core mandate, they announced embark on community outreach campaign in Lower River region from 12 to 14 January 2024 and Northern region from 3rd to 5th May 2024, and held meetings and visits to project sites in the regions. The tour continues in other regions. The objectives to strengthen the relationship between UDP National Assembly members and their electorate, to raise the awareness of the electorate on the roles of National Assembly members, to listen to the concerns of the electorate, and to promote the agenda of the party and mobilize more support for the next election cycle. The NAM's annual retreat. The event brings the NAMs and members of the National Executive Committee to review and discuss policy and legislative agenda of the party. The first edition was from 9 to 11 August 2022 at Banjul. There were presentations and discussions on the following thematic topics: the Constitution of the Gambia 1997, the Public Order Act, Rent Act, the Local Government Act 2022, and the Road Safety Act. The second edition of the retreat, 29 to 31st August 2023, there was presentation and discussion on the following thematic topics: contentious issues in the draft Constitution 2020 by the UDP legal team, parliamentary procedures, functions of the Speaker, roles of the National Assembly members by the representatives of the Clerk of the National Assembly, and roles and functions of the National Assembly member in the party by the Senior Administrative Secretary. National Budget and Economy by the Finance Committee and budget experts from the party. The third edition of the retreat, 23rd to 25th August. The retreat was centered on the draft Constitution 2024, where members had the opportunity to review and discuss the draft in detail. The presentation and discussion was held by the UDP legal team. Private member bills. The UDP NAS were able to sponsor the following bills. Local Government Act Amendment Bill 2023 by Honorable Alhaji S. Dago, passed with amendment. The Rent Act Amendment Bill 2024 by Honorable Madi 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, passed with amendment. Public Order Act Amendment Bill 2024 by Honorable Suleiman Sao, rejected. Local Government Amendment Bill 2024 by Honorable Yahya Sajan, rejected. Other legislative actions. The NAS recently woke up from the chamber, or earlier on, woke up from the chamber in protest against the passing of the former President Pension and Allowance Bill 2024, and also led the signing of the petition for an extraordinary session to table a motion on the acute kidney injury, AKI, that claimed the lives of over 70 innocent children. They also opposed such unjustifiable allocations in the national budget, such as the President's Made the People Store. Supported the Women Act Amendment Bill 2024, woke out from the chamber in protest against the persistent bias ruling of the Speaker, in solidarity with the member for Central Banjul who had been unfairly asked by the Speaker to withdraw from the chamber. For the rest of that day, that is the last day of the fourth ordinary session 2024, the minority leader raised a point of order on section 152(1) of the Constitution, which requires the President to cause the Minister of Finance to lay the Constitution, to lay the budget letter 60 days before the end of the financial year, which was violated by the Minister. This brought the sitting to a halt for over 4 hours before a compromise could be reached in the best interest of the people. Honorable Minister was admonished and asked to apologize without explanation. NAM's monthly contribution. The NAMs increased their monthly contribution from $1,500 to $5,000 for other members, and from $2,000 to $7,000 for the minority leader. The NAMs sponsored the first Central Committee meeting of 2023 and donated $20,000 to Muhammad Sabali when he was arrested, and donated $10,000 to a disaster victim in Bully West, among others. Women's Wing. The Women's Wing held its National Congress from 24 to 25 February 2024 at 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, which was attended by women leaders and delegates from the constituencies across the country. The reports were presented, discussed, adopted, followed by the election of new executive committee. In collaboration with the Diaspora Chapter and Female Youth Wing, the Women's Wing celebrated the International Women's Day, 8th March, with processions and raffles held in each region. A sum of $10,000 was given to each region for the 10 lucky winners, each receiving $1,000. On the 12th October 2024, Women's Wing conducted 3 planting exercises at Sainan Beach. The activity was aimed to raise the awareness of the importance of the environmental conservation and the role the women can play. The exercise was useful, with most of the participants coming from the community of Sanya. The Women's Wing also conducted community outreach meetings in the communities of Laming and Bakau on the 27th October and 9th November 2024, respectively. The activity was aimed to mobilize support and raise the awareness and participation of the women in politics. The third meeting, which was supposed to be in Banjul on the 23rd November, could not hold. The proposed meeting coincided with an emergency meeting Banjul had with the party leader at Pipeline Office. The Youth Wing. The Youth Wing played an active role in the campaign and election activities across the country in the local government election held in March and May 2023. a youth-led demonstration against corruption was organized from Banjul, Johnson to National Assembly on the 3rd of March 2023. The youth demanded that the National Assembly pass the anti-corruption bill that had been in their house since the 5th legislature. The statement was handed over to the Speaker of the National Assembly. The youth will vigorously engage in the sensitization of the roles the young people can play to effect meaningful change. This activity attracts many youth groups to join the party. The youth wing conducted nationwide sensitization on negative impact of the irregular migration on the pathway that continues to kill hundreds of young people, even after the change in 2016. 5 members of the youth wing were invited and granted travel visas to participate in the International Union of Socialist Youth World Congress 2023, with a theme, The Rise of Populism and Extremism, Democratic Challenge, held in Panama from the 22nd to 25th of June 2023. The UDP delegation could not travel to Panama due to budget constraints. However, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, the National Youth President, participated in the Congress virtually. In July 2023, the youth wing, through the intervention of the International Union of Socialist Youth, the president was able to rescue over 29 Gambians during the Tunisian attacks on migrants. The National Youth Wing conducted sensitization tour from 15 to 23 December 2023 and held meetings with the youths in each region. The second Vice President, female youth wing, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, could not secure visa to attend the IUS Gender Committee meetings in Croatia due to late invitation. And the youth wing successfully held the 8th National Congress in 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏 SSP on the 27th of January 2024 and elected to the Executive Committee. The National Youth President, 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏, was invited to the IUS Global Seminar organized in Sweden in October 2024. Again, due to budget constraints, he could not attend. Similarly, the female youth president, Linda Senghor, also missed the International Youth Socialist Youth AFC 2024 committee meeting in Nairobi, Kenya from October 10 to 13th, 2024. The 6 youth participated in the IUS workshop and training preparing for politics essential engagement approaches from the peace